Why, hello!
Hello!
My name is Brogan McCreery. I wrote and I directed a musical, and it's called ADHD, and you're about to see it. I wrote it this summer, and a little bit into it. And I just have some housekeeping things to do first. First of all, please sound your phone. If it goes off, it's okay, just turn it off. But if you want to, please do. Silence your phones, because that's a good thing to do, and it's nice. Secondly, I have a few thank yous. I'm going to round them off. First of all, my parents, and I should also clarify, the parents you see on stage have no correlation to my parents in real life. My parents give me all the love and support I could ever ask for. They're beautiful people, you know, I love them very much. Thank you. Secondly, all the staff here at All Saints, namely Ms. Ross, or Mr. Cobb, Mr. Edgman, Ms. Huffman, and the crew that helped us with everything. Thank you, everybody. If there's nothing else, I think we're good to go. Enjoy the show. Ooh, ah. People, tonight will be a night to forget for sure, but also a night to make fun of those who don't pay attention. I don't care about your feelings or anything you say or do, so let's begin. I am the omnipresent conscience of our protagonist. My job is to steer her in the right direction when she's in any case. I'm truly terrible at my job. I work against a man in a blue suit who distracts our character much better than I do. And our story begins in the house of our character, just as her mother answers the home phone. That's a throwback. Before caller ID, remember that? All right. You get the gist.
Ring! Ring, ring, ring!
Honey, the phone!
I know, Harold! She did what? Well, I think that poor weak child shouldn't have been a stitch and grown a pair!
That's what she wishes she should have said. In our character's opinion, at least. This is what she actually said.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You pay for any damages? Principal Coleman, I just don't know what to do with her. We tried to drop her off with the neighbors and we left her at several orphanages, but she keeps coming back!
Honey!
What, Harold? I'm stressed!
You're stressing too much. She's a kindergartner.
She is our child and she's a problem, and you're just sitting there!
Oh my God.
Oh, yes, Principal Coleman, I am still on the line. Yes, I will talk to her as soon as she gets in. Thank you. Good night. I'm on. Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear and exchanging our words.
What a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful wedding. And the bridesmaid says, oh yes, but what a shame. What a shame that the bridegroom is just really dumb.
I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the stage side door, no, it's much better to fix these kinds of things with sense, voice, and rationality. Haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the stage side door, no, it's much better to fix these kinds of things.
Oh, look at that. I mean, look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is safe.
This calls for so pour the champagne.
Oh, look at that. I mean, look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is safe.
Well, this calls for a toast. So pour the champagne, pour the champagne. We will talk about this later! Okay, fine on. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the stage side door, no, it's much better. Facing the time to be. Same rationality. I
forgot to mention, all the songs you hear tonight will have an abrupt ending because we had a lower budget than Monty Python movies.
Honey, it's time for us to talk about your behavior at school today. What you did to Jacob was very bad. And your teacher doesn't even know how you got a blowtorch or how you know how to operate said blowtorch in a way that didn't harm you or Jacob. Except that he doesn't have any hair anymore, but can you please just explain yourself? I like fire. Oh, Carol, where did we go wrong? Dad, I knew what I was doing. In retrospect, I should not have burnt his hair. But you saw his haircut. I was doing him a favor. But when I tried to explain that to the principal, she seemed anything but understanding.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry. Thanks, Dad. I knew you'd understand. High five, you're off the hook. I got on the phone with Dr. Hamilton Wigglestein, and we're going to occupational therapy tomorrow. She's going to ask you a lot of questions, and you have to be very honest, okay, sweetie? Your father and I love you very much, but there is something absolutely terribly, horribly wrong with the way that you act, and we need answers. We love you, honey. This is not sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's going on the record! Little does she know she spilled spoiled milk in her bathtub and her bed because it smelled funny. I bet she'd find out in 3, 2, Lauren! Okay, you'd think she'd find out sooner, but I was close. Your timing was close. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but we are going to the doctor right now! Come on! Your turn. Dr. Haberfinger Wigglestein!
Dude, what is up? Like, call me Dr. Hammer. Anybody? Like, so, what can I do for y'all today?
I need you to show me or tell me what is wrong with my child.
Fat, I'll do it because it's like my job.
Thank goodness. Okay, honey, be prepared to answer her questions, okay? Pay attention, Harold.
The Dow Jones is down today.
Alright, so kid, can you tell me your name and how old you are?
My name is Lauren Farley, and I am this many.
So, apparently you're here because you have been burning little kids' hair off, and your mom totally, like, she doesn't think that's sick or whatever, but I totally do. And Lauren, turns out sometimes in life you're gonna have to learn how to pay attention. But first of all, I got a couple tests for you. You see those blocks in that bin over there? Take at least 3 of them, 3 right, and then walk around in a circle. After you stack them up, doesn't matter whichever way, and then take this scrunchie and just put them on top. You got that?
This sounds like a test, and I am going to ace it. Truly, this is child's play. How old do you think I am? 5 1/4? I see blocks. Must crush the blocks tower. Dude, I'm not supposed to do that. It's like, I'm trying to do exactly not that.
Freeze! Did you hear that? That was me. I decided to do my job. However, the one thing you have to understand is that little kid in the blue suit, she's more powerful than I am. Watch this.
I'm not supposed to do that. But...
Dude, that was like kind of sick.
Ma'am, I think your daughter might have ADHD.
ADHD?
Yeah.
That's the name of the show!
Doc, what is that?
See, it's an acronym, but that's not that important right now.
That's a reference from the iconic movie Airplane.
ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. What that basically means is that your little kid here is gonna have some trouble focusing in life. But like, it's cool or whatever.
Oh no! Is it contagious?
Are you stupid? Like, no! Sorry, I just can't deal with this right now. It's like totally past my bedtime. It's not contagious.
How can we be sure?
Well, there is one more test we can do. Lauren, dude, I got a question. Can you answer it? So, if the red man lives in the red house, the blue man lives in the blue house, the green man lives in the green house, and the purple man lives in the purple house, then who lives in the white house?
The white man does! The white man! Say the white man! Now! The white man!
Sorry, dude, it's the orange man. I mean the president, whatever. I mean, your daughter who looks suspiciously like a senior in high school wearing pigtails and knee pads, but like, it's cool. She can meditate, whatever. We can just chill though. But whatever it is, I'm getting out of here because it's way past my bedtime and almost the end of the scene. Bye, homies.
Oh, Harold, what are we gonna do?
Wow, I should have bought Amazon stock in '09 like Jim did.
I think we should risk it. I mean, she's really good at school and she's clearly just a young girl. I think it'll be fine.
You hear that? Looks like I'm sticking around. See you in the next scene.
Wow, Amazon is doing good.
Here we are, in the final scene of our little short show here. I didn't think we'd make it. This is where everyone just chills out a little bit. We are 2 weeks later from that doctor's office visit, and in the meantime, life has continued like it should be. Lauren still caused destruction at school, and her mom is just trying to keep it all together. But there is one place where a child and their parents can meet with the catalyst of all wrongdoings. This is the Parent-Teacher Conference. And these are their stories.
Mrs. Farley, Lauren is just simply out of hand. The destruction she has caused to this school is not only immeasurable, but irreparable. Poor Jacob, his hair follicles burned off. He's going to be bald forever. And this girl, Rachel Stoyer, she complains to me every single morning. And Lauren acts like she just doesn't even care.
Hey, that teacher looks like the doctor in the last scene.
Mrs. Farley, I just want the best for Lauren. She's a smart girl, and she just has trouble focusing. I'm sure you understand.
I'm sure you understand you have no right to talk to my daughter that way. She is good in school and she is better than you because I don't care if she walks in line or in class because she is my child.
You see, that's what Lauren wishes she had said. And she did.
I want her out of your class right now, and as far as Jacob goes, it's never too early to start wearing a toupee.
Mrs. Farley, there's no reason to raise your voice. We've already arranged for her to be transferred to Mrs. Cillian's class on Monday, where she will be better suited with her new friends.
Good, because I want absolutely nothing to do with you. And for future reference, you're going to teach some kids who are pretty whack. You gotta learn how to deal with their whackness, ma'am.
Can I say what I think Mrs. Mawson should know?
I think you should stick this one out, homegirl. Mrs. Mawson, I want you to know that no matter how hard I try to be like the other kids in line, I get so distracted. And being distracted is okay. I just want to be myself. And I'm not a troublemaker. I just like to do things.
Not only is your hairline receding super badly, but you're struggling to see the bigger picture.
That was the best speech I've ever heard in my life. MLK and Lincoln take notes from you. You don't know who they are because you're just 5.
Honestly, at this point in the convoluted, poorly written story that has infinite amounts of discontinuity, this 5-year-old knows who MLK and Lincoln are.
I do not, because I am only this many.
Proceed.
Mrs. Mawson, the bigger picture is one day I could grow up to be a hyperactive circus worker or anything else under the sun that does not involve a cubicle. But some ADHD kids are pretty neat, and if you just give them a chance, well, maybe one day one will invent a hairline of rose cedar.
Okay, that's enough now. Get out of my classroom!
Yes, ma'am. Come on, Mom. I may as well just get used to your constant motion. It's who you are, and I'm not going to change that. And as for your conscience, that guy should just retire.
I'm headed to Florida.
Right now!
Hello. What? Is there anybody in there?
Yeah, me.
Just nod if you can hear me.
I'm nodding.
Is there anyone at home? Come on, now. I hear you're feeling down. I can ease your pain. But you're being again.
Are you back to being a doctor?
Relax.
I'm relaxed.
I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain to honesty.
Enough about my hairline!
Smoke on